Gonna start this off. Welcome to the show.
Bunch of fucking bullshit.
Shut up! It's not turntablism.
I hate you so much.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Dude, I fucking hate that. Okay, what's up? What's up, team? It's good to see everybody. You know, great to be here as usual. I'm feeling pretty chill this morning. Had a pretty good morning. Woke up, did some exercise, did some stretching. It's kind of sunny out. It's good. Shout out to all the people who I've never met who support me on this show. Okay? I see you guys on Instagram. We've never met in real life. We barely have a connection. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. It's really flattering and it means a lot. So thank you so much. I'm not going to say your names because I don't know, how you guys feel about privacy and all that, but you know who you are. If I haven't met you in real life and you're on my Instagram, liking my shit or, whatever, watching, commenting, whatever the fuck you're doing, thank you very much. Thank you big time. Shout out really to everybody who watches, really, because I fucking wouldn't. In fact, if you have ever told me to go check something out, like giving me a recommendation for a show, you're like, oh, this show is really good. I think you'd like it. And then I told you something like this. I was like, oh yeah, man, that sounds great. I'll check it out. I for sure haven't. Almost 100%. Maybe if I was really in the mood and found out and I was like, oh God, I have fucking nothing to do tonight, then maybe I would have checked it out. But probably a good chance that I just didn't check it out at all. So shout out to everybody who watches this because yeah, I'm not a good friend when it comes to supporting other people doing their ventures. And so when people do it to me, I'm A, shocked, and B, very grateful because I'm wow, I sure as fuck wouldn't do this for you. So thank you so much. I'm trying to be a better friend about it and support more, but I definitely haven't been in my life. So thank you guys so much because you could be doing nothing or watching something that was professionally made, but you're here watching me talk shit. So thank you very much. Thank you. Start this off with an embarrassing story. These are always great. I talked about MSN last time. One time I asked out this girl on MSN. And that's it. That's the whole story. It's just brutal. The reason that it's brutal is because I just remember, I barely knew her, right? And I was I don't know, whatever, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there, And I remember being super stoked and saying all the right things on MSN and whatever, doing all that dumb bullshit. And then being super stoked about building the MSN relationship to the point where it was acceptable to ask her out. But I could just A, tell that she wasn't that into it, which is, just c'est la vie. But also B, I knew in my heart this was fucking lame. Deep down beneath all kind of this teenage stupidity, I knew that asking somebody out on MSN was fucking lame. I knew that shit. But I just was I don't know, too much of a fucking idiot to stop. So it was just weird and shitty. So that was kind of a whack story, but whatever. This was a little jaunt I had with a friend of mine. I got high with this buddy of mine recently, and we were got the munchies. And then it was a big ordeal, as there always is whenever you're trying to get food when you're high and you're we're looking up on Skip the Dishes and we're this restaurant's closed, fuck, this restaurant's closed, blah, blah, blah. So finally we're fuck it, we'll walk literally down the street. It's not even on a different block. We were so lazy, we were going to order Skip the Dishes when there's a pizza joint on the same block. Brutal. Anyway, so we walk down the street and my buddy can't speak French that well. Not that I can, right? My French is pretty brutal, pretty medium on a good day, And so we get in the store and we're both fucking blazed. And then my buddy is hey man, you got to order for me. I'm too high. I'm shook. I don't want them to see how shitty my French is. Like, I'm embarrassed. Like, you got to order for me. And I step up. I'm like, no worries, man. Like, I got you. And in my head, I'm like, fuck. I don't really want to speak French. I'm pretty high, and I'm not that good at it sober. I'm probably butt awful, like, high. But I'm like, yeah, I got you, homeboy. Like, don't worry, I got you. And I'm like practicing in my head, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say like bonjour. I'm like, je veux, est-ce que je peux prendre, and je voudrais, and I'm like practicing all the lines to like order my shit, you know. And then I'm like start to freak out because I'm like, bro, I'm also high. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm gonna fuck it up. And then, so I finally, and like the next, you know, the person in front of us goes, the next people go, and I keep practicing. I'm practicing. And then finally I step up and I'm like, can I get a slice of pizza, please? And my buddy's just there like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So that was kind of funny. A while ago, I shit on my friends who I had over for brunch because some of them set me up with a homemade cleaning solution, the vinegar thing with the oranges. You may have seen it on Instagram. Anyway, some of my friends came over and they cut up oranges for freshly squeezed juice, and then the peels they put in a container and they put vinegar over it, and then they told me to let it sit for a couple weeks and then it would be a cleaning solution. And then I came on here and I was like, I made fun of them because it's like, you know, thanks for this fucking pitcher of garbage, because it's oranges and vinegar. It's a pitcher of garbage, and they're like, here's this thing that you can use to clean your house, right? And you're like, okay, well, fucking thanks for giving me this big fucking pitcher of garbage and then calling it a cleaning solution. Like, sure, whatever you say. So since I've lived here, have all my glasses were always clean, but streaky and gross and dirty. Like, I always clean them with soap, but then they'd look fucking nasty. And I was like, man, this is fucking gross. How do I fix this? So finally the other night, I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to figure out how to clean these well. So I Google how to clean glasses and make them streak free. And lo and behold, what is the first fucking result? Vinegar, dog. And then what do they say below it? They say, if you're feeling fancy, you can flavor your vinegar with some fucking orange peels. So I'm like, wow, that's fucking wild. So I take out the gross garbage juice that they had left me, and I just throw some on a dirty rag, you know, just an old rag, and I clean it, you know, and it kind of looks fucked up, and then I rinse it with water, I leave it, let it air dry, I come back, it's the cleanest fucking shit I've ever seen. It's sparkling, crystal clear, ding, like ready for the queen, you know. So shout out to the homies who gave me that garbage juice. You know exactly who you are. It worked like a fucking charm. I can't wait to test it on a bunch of other shit. So, mwah. Okay, great. Oh, I'm on a quest for perfect pants. Pants are tough for me. Right now, I'm wearing some pants. Fucking Jesus Christ. I'm wearing some pants. Jeans. I bought these jeans because they are like hella thick. I forget the jean units of measurement, but I think it's ounces. You measure jeans in ounces, and I think these are 24 ounce, which is like the thickest you can buy. The reason I bought them so heavy duty is because I got fucking sick of jeans always ripping. You go to Gap, you go to some other junk spot, Zara, whatever, you buy a pair of jeans there. In a year or two, they got holes in the crotch, holes in the knees. The crotch holes always suck. They're never, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, no one will see, but you know, right? And you feel gross. And then cold air goes up in there and gets in your jabronis, and it's just not a good time. And the knee patch rips are kind of okay at first, especially in the summer. But then if you live in Canada, like I do, and it gets cold in the winter, it just sucks. And one time I tried sewing patches. I patched them from the inside so you keep all the cool rips on the outside. And then I also cut up an old sweater I had and sewed in parts of that sweater to make them extra warm, because the material gets so thin, it's so fucking freezing. So I like doubled up the thickness. But then after I sewed in this sweater material, this piece of sweater that I cut out. The pants were so thick, every time I put them on, it looked like they were super tight jeans, but they were like regular fit jeans. And then on top of that, then you start to get all this patchwork in there and all this sewing thing. And at first you're like, this is kind of cool. But some days you don't want to look like a piece of shit homeless person. You want to look like a regular ass human who has their life together. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. So I was like, okay, I don't want to wear these busted ass jeans anymore. So I went and got some heavy duty jeans at the advice of a friend of mine who tends to be a bit of an exaggerator. And so I asked him, and I was like, hey man, I'm worried these jeans are going to be too intense. Because when you buy the thick ass jeans, literally, this is not an exaggeration. They're so thick that you can take the pants and stand them up on their own. They're so stiff and so thick that you can just, if you like balance them against the wall, they will stand up on their own. They're fucking intense. It's pretty rad. I recommend, checking it out, giving it a shot, just because it's like cool to see, the extreme of jeans. But so I'm talking to this guy, and he's like kind of a fashion-y guy, but again, he's a bit of an exaggerator. And I was like, dude, like these jeans are really intense, and I'm worried they're gonna be uncomfortable. And he's like, no man, they're gonna mold to you, and they're gonna be the most comfortable pair of pants that you own. And I was like, okay, like I trust you. You got good style. You know your shit. You do your research. Respect. So long story short, that turned out to be only partially true. They definitely mold to your body. That's for sure. But I've had these for about, I think, a year, 2 years. I've washed them probably under 10 times, because that's what they say to do, which is kind of nasty. But I guess for pants, it doesn't really matter. But like, they're like, don't wash them. Don't fucking wash them, which I don't really. Don't fucking. You wash your pants? What the hell's wrong with you, But anyway, I didn't wash them. I listened to the instructions. They have molded to me, like I say. They are way more comfortable than when they started, but they're still so intense that the back of the knee things, like the back of the knees, like kind of cut into you, So anyway, they're not the most comfortable pair of pants that I own. That's for sure. They are comfortable, but they're not the most. And you bend your knee, and then the grating jean at the back of the knee, roughs up your sensitive knee pit and gives you a sensitive, not a rash, but it's rubbing, It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Of course, now that I'm talking about it, I'm hyper aware of it. So it's great. It's going to be another fucking 20 minutes or whatever we're doing here. But anyway, so my quest is to find the perfect pair of pants. Comfortable, durable, warm, right? I have high expectations for my pair of pants. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find one that will do everything, I would like at least, like at the most, or at the least, I'd like two pairs. I'd like a pair of summer pants and a pair of winter pants, and the winter pants will be warm. They'll be durable and comfortable. So if you guys have recommendations, if anyone sees this who has recommendations for dope pants, please let me know, because yeah, I don't really want to look like a hippie bum, wearing those kind of new like Lululemon guy pants that are kind of like sweatpants but kind of not. I'm not totally against them, but I'd like to look not like a piece of shit hippie. I'd like to look, kind of cool. Anyway, I'm on the quest for a pair of perfect pants, and we'll see if I can get them. Jeans are out because they're too soft, and then you get the hard ones. I think you get the idea. Yeah. Whenever I buy fruit at my grocery store, there's this one checkout lady when I go. She always tells me how long my fruit has left before it goes bad. And like, I'm not really mad at her. I know probably you're thinking like, oh, fucking Tom's about to go off here. But no, I'm not, because she's a cute old lady, and she's kind of like, I think like Italian or something, and she's like, oh, like you only have like 2 days for this or whatever, you know. And if I pick one up that's kind of fucked up, she's like, oh, this one's the bad one. Like, are you sure you don't want to get another one? She said that to me once, and I was like, no, it's fucking fine. Just put it in there. I think I like it now, but if it keeps going on, eventually I'm gonna be like, hey, lady, mind your own fucking business, all right? Anyway, she's okay for now. Oh, I love telling people about how old my MacBook is, right? Don't you like that? You meet somebody, they have a new fuck off MacBook, and it's stupid. It has that stupid bar. I have a new one for my work. It's a piece of garbage. It's junko. And that stupid bar, why would they do that? Why would they put the bar? Oh, God, it's the worst. I'll tell you why it's objectively worse. Because the bar makes you have to do 2 clicks where there used to be 1, right? The bar, for those of you who don't know, is that touchscreen bar. It's at the top of the keyboard of the new MacBooks, and it controls like volume, brightness, kind of blah, 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 like anything that's kind of within arm's reach. Now, the benefit to that bar is that sometimes it'll pop up with application-specific commands. For example, if you're on a Zoom call, it'll pop up there, and it'll be like, you can mute from here, which is like, oh, great, I can mute from the bar because I had no other way to see a command and click it. The fucking display, like, what do you think the fucking display is for? Thank you, you know? So that benefit is very mild to almost redundant. And then the worst part, the part that really makes it bad is that on the old MacBooks, you had these nice buttons. They were great. They were revolutionary when they came out. They were clear, clean, nice. Brightness buttons, easy. Everybody always wants to change the brightness, right? Great. You had this launch pad button, right? So you can see all your apps, and then you can see all the ones that are open. You had the volume button. It made navigating it really easily, but really easy. But now you have this fucking bar, and if you want to access any of the old functionality, you have to push like a button to say go to that display. So now instead of just 1 click, it's 2 clicks. And I know you're like, oh, a whole other click, but fuck you. You know it's annoying, okay? So fuck the new bars on the MacBook. I know that's kind of a dead horse, but just fuck it. And the reason I bring it up is because now if I see somebody with a new MacBook, I get to go like this. I've had my MacBook since 2013, and it's an old piece of shit, and it works like a motherfucker. It works so good. I edit movies on that shit. I fucking watch porn on that shit. I fucking watch movies. I fucking write messages, blah, blah, blah. It works 100%. It's 7 years old, you know? Fuck yeah. Feels so good to say that. Except it kind of sucks when you're like, you're about to flex on somebody, like, oh yeah, I've had my MacBook for 7 years. And they're like, oh yeah, me too. I've had it for 8. And you're like, fuck. And you're like, that's great. It's still great for you, you know? Last time I was on here, I talked about my genitals. I feel like I'm not going to try to make this not too gross, but I feel like as I get older, my jabronis, if you will, tend to be more affected by gravity. Now, I'm not saying, you know, they're tickling the ground. It's not what I mean. I'm just saying, I'm just noticing a bit. They're becoming a little more unruly, right? And I, for a long time in my life, have been a boxer guy, right? Like boxers. You know, I like the way it's more relaxed. It's more chill. I didn't like when everything kind of like was bunched up, and I'd always the tight underwear would always kind of bunch up, and then it would be, you know, crack, and you had to straighten it. I don't like it. But then recently, with the kind of introduction of gravity into my life, into my genital life, I have been starting experimenting with briefs, with tighter underwear. And they're great. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes you just want a little more support. You want a little more organization, and it's great. It's fantastic. It's really good. It's really great because like they make you feel really sporty. You know what I mean? Like I like to kind of walk around in the nude sometimes, or just be in my underwear. And usually you're in your boxers. It's just like kind of chill, like whatever. And then the other night I was wearing my briefs, and I kept like stopping and looking in the mirror and being like, what's up, girl? Like, hey. And I kept like smacking my own ass and shit because it was all like tight and like put together. It was good stuff. And then I started to think like, man, like girls get all the fun. They get all the tight underwear shit. And I was like, oh, this is a pretty good time. And then I was like cooking French fries in my tight underwear, and it was just pretty great. So that was a fun little adventure that I had. I was like cooking French fries. I had music going on. And I was like, it was a good time. It's a funny little juxtaposition of explicit material with standard manners. Explicit material with standard manners, or explicit material with just kind of class. So I was seeing this girl a while back, and we were doing our things, and in the course of our relationship, we had used up all of our lube. Okay, and then it was still a relatively new relationship. I was low on lube, right? And then the next time I saw this girl, she was like, I feel bad for using up your lube. Here's this new lube. And she bought me new lube, which I thought was hilarious because it's like you do that if you go and like stay with somebody, and you like, you stay with them, and then like maybe you eat all their chips or you drink all their beer, and you're like, oh man, I can't leave you no beer. Like, here, let me get you some beer. It's like it's a very nice, thoughtful thing to do. It's good. You should do it as like a good guest. And I was just blown away because I was like, it was actually really touching, to be like, oh, I thought of this, and like, I know I use this up, and I'm just trying to be a good guest here and a good person, and here you go. And it was just really great, but it was just hilarious because like usually we think of these manners in kind of a drier, non-explicit setting, and this was like, I bought you some new lube, so that you don't have to go dry if you fuck other girls. Just thinking of your best interests. So shout out to that woman, if you know who you are. Shout out to you. And what else we got here? Skip that. Floppy disks were not floppy. I feel like this has been said, but I just, came into my head. They weren't floppy. They were that hard square thing. So, I play music with this dude from Nigeria, and we talk about Africa, and I'm really interested in traveling to Africa. Mostly because there's no fucking white people there. I think I've talked about this, and I say that in the context of like tourism. It's like it would be cool to go there because it wouldn't be fucking played out. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, give me the lowdown on like Africa, like where the safe spots to go and blah blah blah. And then we were kind of talking about it, and then he was like, we were just talking about how like, Africa is like pretty fine place. There's developing countries for sure, but there's a lot of places that are just like pretty fine and great. You know what I mean? And like more than that, like thriving in metropolis areas, etc. But the thing is that so much of the Western world, there's still that fucking perspective of like the children with the swollen bellies and fucking flies on their face, and they're like, oh, and like in the arms of the angels, like all that bullshit. And I thought it would be so funny. Because, like, and people who are from Africa fucking hate that with good reason, If you're like, oh, are your brothers, like, starving back home? They're like, oh, shut the fuck up. Which is, like, totally fair. It'd be really obnoxious. But then I thought, like, if collectively, like, the people from the continent could kind of lean into that, right? And then, like, milk it. So, like, like, everyone in the Western world is like, oh my God, Africa's so fucked up. Oh, we got to send money, blah, blah, blah. And then like, instead of getting pissed off, like if you were from Africa and you ran into that perspective, instead of getting pissed off, you could just be like, yeah, man, it's really fucked up back there. Like we need all the help we can get. And in fact, you know what? If you had like an extra $50 or like some weed that you could give me personally, I know that it would really help Africa, just as like a communal raising of morale. And then maybe that person would be like, Like, well, I just don't really know how helping you. And you're like, your questioning of my struggles is very offensive. And you know what? You just if you want to be an ally, you got to help out. Okay, if you want to be an ally, you got to help out. You can help out by giving me money personally, weed, drugs, food. Just give it to me. I'll make sure it goes to the right hands. And I thought that if everyone from Africa did that, and just leaned into the fucking dumb ignorance of the Western world, they could just really milk it. And then I thought it would be even funnier if like people from Africa kept doing that, and they did it so well that that's what everyone thought it was. Just like Wakanda in Marvel, right? Everyone thinks that Wakanda is like a fucking dump and it's like a big piece of shit and it's all starving and poor. And then they go there and it's like the best country in the world. And I thought it'd be so sick if people from Africa could do that in real life. And like their whole continent would be thriving. But anytime they went anywhere else, they'd just be like, we're so poor. Oh, can you give us money? And we're all like, oh, here's money. So, yeah. Africa as a continent, there's my as a continent, there's my foreign policy for you. So you can get your continental government, which of course exists, your one continental government, and institute that as a foreign policy. There you go. Cool. My sister is a chef, a professional chef. She's really good at cooking. She wasn't always a professional chef. She used to be just kind of a regular human that cooked things. And I feel like I remember her inception to chefhood, her initiation, I should say, her initiation into chefhood. And we were kids. She was probably like 12, 13, maybe a little bit older. And she is celiac. She can't eat wheat. And not like these fucking bougie cunts who can't eat wheat now. Like, no, man, she fucks up her guts, right? And so when we were having rice noodles and fucking rice crackers before it was cool. When all this new wheat shit happened, and people were like, do you know about rice crackers? I was like, bitch, I've been eating rice crackers in solidarity since day one, homie. And I remember actually one time we just found out that my sister couldn't eat wheat. Like as a family, it was like big news, right? Fuck, Caroline can't eat wheat, dog. And she was an emotional kid. She was like, she was always like drama queen. She's a role model for me. I take after her. But so we find out she can't eat. She comes back from like whatever fucking doctor, I don't know. And then that's funny as when you're a kid, like your mom's like, I'm taking Caroline to see like a doctor. They go, I'm taking Caroline to see a doctor. And you're like, a doctor? Don't you mean the doctor? Like the regular pediatrician guy who gives you a fucking lollipop and hits your knee and shit. And you notice that they say a doctor as opposed to the doctor. And then your brain goes, oh, fuck. Caroline's going into some weird shit. She's going to see some other weird fucking doctor at some place that I don't even know about. And then in my mind kind of goes a bit, and I'm like, she's going to be like in a fucking experimental zone with electricity bolted to her head and fucking flipping on a table, and she's all wired up. People are writing on charts, but really it's just some other fucking building in an industrial park, and they're just like poking her with needles to see what she's allergic to. But as a kid, I was a doctor, not the doctor. That's weird. But anyway, so she comes back from a doctor, and then we had like a fucking family meeting about it. It was either, I can't remember exactly. It was either like a family meeting where Caroline was there, or it was like it was like a meeting without her to be like, yo guys, like, I think that was it. I think it was a meeting without her. I think they got home and Caroline was distraught as usual. And so she goes to her room, and then we had like a meeting without her. Like my parents were like, Tom, Denise, like, we just got back and Caroline can't eat wheat. And they said it like she was a fucking quadriplegic. You know what I mean? Like, Like this, like she just got bone cancer. You know, like our lives were gonna fucking change forever because my sister can't eat one fucking ingredient. They were like, she can't eat. They whispered it. You know, they said it like she can't eat wheat, and I was like, you know, wheat. I don't even fucking know what that means. Right? I'm like, oh, bread. You know, like I barely said that. Right. My other sister, she didn't give a fuck. She was just kind of like, But I was like, okay. And then they were like, so, you know, we're going to be eating a little bit differently around here and like try to be supportive, right? Some shit like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, 100%. Meanwhile, the previous night, or like a night previously, I don't remember, my dad, in a classic scenario of middle-class struggle, my pops was like, he pulled the kids aside. He pulled me and my sister aside. He was like, kids, you got to make sure that you give mom more props for making dinner. You got to make sure you say that it's good and that you're thankful for eating dinner and you're not just wolfing it down being little assholes. You know, he used different words, but that was essentially the message. So we're like, okay, yeah, I'm fine. So now go back to the disability reveal night where Caroline can't eat wheat. And now I have these two messages in my head, right? I'm trying to balance the execution of both messages. And, you know, my mom makes dinner. My mom makes dinner and she makes regular spaghetti. She makes regular spaghetti for all of us with tomato sauce, you know, just regular shit. And then she makes rice noodles for Caroline. And then she puts the tomato sauce on the rice noodles. Because we don't fucking know, you know? Rice noodles? What in the sweet fuck is that? That's like, we've only ever seen that at Asian restaurants. And you just take it for granted like it's some kind of exotic concoction that we'll never be able to buy. And then you go to your supermarket and you're like, oh my God, rice noodles. But you have no idea, right? The internet was barely a thing back then. So it wasn't like Google rice noodle dish, right? It was just like, okay, well, I know how to make all these dishes and now I have rice noodles. Well, noodles go with spaghetti, so here you fucking go. Now, it's not like rice noodles and spaghetti sauce is the worst thing, but on the table, right, it was regular dinner, fucking weirdo rice noodles in front of Caroline. So we're all sitting there like tense. Right, we're all tense because Caroline is clearly fucking depressed about having this weird ass meal. Because even as a kid, she was into food, right? So now she's got to eat all this weird ass busted meal. So she's sitting in front of her fucking whack meal, and she's bummed. She's kind of picking. She's eating it, but she's picking at it, you know. Now, meanwhile, it's a tense situation, you know, So I'm already not in my best. I'm just never very, you know, smooth. But in a tense situation, I'm even more erratic. And so I'm balancing these two messages that we have, right? I'm balancing the two messages. Message one, be nice to Caroline. Message two, you know, appreciate your mom for making dinner. Fantastic. These messages are jockeying for my cranium space. They're jockeying for who's gonna take up my thoughts, you know. And as they're jockeying, you know, we're having dinner. It's tense. The be nice to Caroline thought, it slips back. I forget about it, right? I forget that she's fucking disabled. I forget that she can't fucking eat wheat, right? It slips back. And so now my main thought, it's so tense, right? It's quiet. No one's saying shit because Caroline's all fucked up and depressed. So no one's saying shit. So I'm like, dog, I got to break the tension. I'm the cute youngest brother, you know. I'll try to be nice and I'll congratulat Ma on the meal. Now, we have spaghetti on the table. We also have bread on the table, you know. Have it with spaghetti. I don't fucking know. Double wheat. Who knows? White middle class family. Whatever. Spaghetti bread. That's a regular thing. Actually, fuck you. We have bread on the table. Obviously, my mom didn't make the bread. It's not 2018, 2020. It's not. Nobody fucking makes bread. Okay. She bought the bread from a store. But I'm 8. What the fuck do I know? I'm dumb as shit, right? If I thought about it for 5 seconds, maybe I would have been like, oh yeah, like Ma didn't buy the fucking bread. But in my nervous, erratic, state, I'm just trying to break the tension, just have everybody relax. This thought comes to the forefront of my head, and I go, Mom, wow, Mom, great bread. This bread that you got is delicious, that you made is delicious. Great job. And Caroline stops eating, and she fucking glares at me. She looks up, and then she bursts into tears. She goes, I can't eat wheat. And then she fucking runs to her room. Yeah. And then, of course, my parents are like, fuck. God damn it. So that was pretty funny. I love you, Caroline. And I love you, Mom and Dad, and Denise. Denise didn't really play a role in that story. Classic. Anyway, I forget. Oh, yeah. So Caroline's inception and initiation into chefhood. So Caroline, so she couldn't eat wheat. So then she started exploring all these other things that were good but not wheatless. And we used to go to this joint called Mexicali Rosas, which was a Mexican joint in Ottawa, where I'm from. And it was great. And we had nachos there, and they were great, right? And then Caroline would eat the nachos all the time. She fucking loved nachos. And then we went home, and then it kind of dawned, like, between my mom and Caroline, I think, that they could make nachos at home. That was like one of the things that, Caroline could eat. So Caroline started to get really fucking into nachos. And then she would be like, and then when I was like kind of growing up and she was kind of like helping me as like an older sister, she would be like, if you're hungry, Tom, like, you can just make nachos anytime you want. It's so easy. She would never shut the fuck up about nachos. She'd be like, it's so easy, Tom. You just put chips on a plate and cheese on it, and that's it. And anytime I was in the kitchen like hungry, she'd be like, why don't you make some nachos? Put fucking cheese on the plate. Put it in the microwave. Boom, you good. Put it in the oven, whatever. And then she was like, you can cut shit up and put it on it, and like you can do all this shit. And I was like, God, Caroline, shut the fuck up about nachos. Like, I get it. Jesus Christ. She's like, it's so easy. It's so easy. What a fucking idiot. But I think that was her initiation into chefhood. I mean, she was always definitely had a fascination with food, but for me, that will be her first kind of like, because there's a thing about cooking where it goes, you make the jump from it's some fucking mystic, magical power that people either have or do not have. But the reality is it's utility. It's logic, common sense. It's combinations of things, right? It's I give the analogy all the time. I think I've said this already, but it's like painting. In painting, if you put blue and red, you're gonna make purple, right? So when you're trying to make a certain type of color, you mix it a little bit here until you get the right color. It's the same thing with cooking, right? If you put fucking flour and milk together, you're gonna get kind of like a doughy texture. So then, you need to kind of learn a lot of these combinations of things and which spices go together and, what foods go together. But after a while, it stops becoming, whoa, mystic power. How the fuck did you make this? And it becomes, oh, this is a composite object that is formed of many component pieces. You know what I mean? And then it becomes not so mystifying. And I think that was one of the big steps for my sister when she started building nachos all the time. And cooking stopped becoming like, whoa, and it just became kind of like, oh, I just got to fucking put these pieces together, and that's it. So, yeah. Everyone in the U.S. has a Garburator, apparently. I don't fucking know. I haven't been in the U.S. in a minute. My cousin's from the U.S. He's like, we have a Garburator. This buddy of mine's in the U.S. right now. And they always say the same, oh, Garburators are so sweet, man. They're so sick. How come you don't have a Garburator up here? And I would be like, yeah, well, I just flush my food down the sink like a regular ass human. I don't need a pussy ass Garburator. The real answer is, of course, that Canada has stricter regulations when it comes to flushing shit down the drain, which is not surprising and good. And America is just like, fuck it, and they just flush their shit down the drain. Then I was just thinking about it, and I was all smug, right? Because I was like, I was all smug because I was like, yeah, Canada's more environmentally friendly, and we're more conscious, and we're more liberal and safe and good. And then I was thinking about this as I was doing my dishes. And then I was like, yeah, we're still good. We're still good. And then I watched myself unplug my sink. And then I watched all the food particles that I had scrubbed off of my dishes spiral into the drain as whole clumps. And I was watching it. I was like, oh, fuck, that's probably worse than garburating them up and flushing them down the drain. So I was like, you can really only be smug about not having or carburetors not being legal if you don't fucking flush shit down the drain like I do. I mean, I try not to, but it still goes down. So I thought that was kind of funny. Of course, if you had a garburator, it would probably be, like open season on food. You'd probably just dump all your old shit in there and just like, you wouldn't even have a garbage. You just have a garburator. That's American as fuck. Cool. Anyway, if you've ever recommended something to me, Tom, you should check out this show. Tom, I think you'd like this. Tom, I probably haven't fucking looked at it. And if I've ever told you, you're like recommending something to me and I've told you something like this, oh, thanks, man, I'll check it. I'm not going to fucking check it. No way, bro. Because I barely like most things, right, as a rule. That's why I have a fucking podcast called Things I Hate. It's more like I hate stuff than I like stuff, which is kind of a bummer. But c'est la vie, I'm a picky guy. I am picky when it comes to media. So when you say to me, Tom, you should really check out Battlestar Galactica. Tom, you should really take pottery classes. Tom, you should fucking try this strain of weed. Fuck you, okay? I've tried all that shit. I don't need it. And if I haven't tried it, I don't give a fuck. I choose not to. I should say, though, it's very sweet of you to think of me and recommend things. Thank you very much. Please continue to do so that I can enjoy rejecting them. Avocados get ripe all at the same time, which is kind of obnoxious. It would be great if you could stagger their ripeness so that you can enjoy avocados over a period of time. Instead, you buy them X date, 4 or 5 days later, now you got fucking 3 avocados sitting in your vegetable zone, and you got to eat them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, thank God avocados are pretty delicious, and there's lots of uses. But it's just kind of like, Jesus, like I wish my vegetables weren't so imposing on me. You know what I mean? I wish that, they weren't such harsh mistresses. It feels like they're like, you buy them at the start and they're like chill hippie dudes. They're like, what's up? We're avocados. Like, we're from California and like, we just hang out and stuff. And then, 3 or 4 days pass and they fucking join the Proud Boys and like, we're fucking avocados. You got to eat us right now, motherfucker. We're going to die. Like, it's just intense. They just impose a lot of restrictions on you when they get ripe. So I just thought about that. Avocados are still delicious though. Yo. Y'all know that I work in tech support. I work with small businesses. And people are always like, oh my God, isn't tech support shit? And like, don't people yell at you a lot? Most of the time, no. Most people are really, really sweet and like just want to get their stuff going on and they're having a tough day. And I really empathize with them. I don't fucking mind it at all. It's a tough job, don't get me wrong, but it's fucking great too because it makes me feel really good. I love it. But people are always like, oh, aren't these people the worst? And most of the time they're not. Sometimes there are, right? Sometimes there are people who are dicks or whatever. It's a minority. You know who the people like, and if you get a dick, right? The thing about the people who are dicks is it's never who you'd expect. The most chill, most intelligent, most capable people that I've spoken to in terms of small businesses are fucking sex shop owners. Every time. Very calm, very understanding, very logical. They've already tried to solve the problem on their own if not once, numerous times with numerous methods. They're still very calm, very understanding. Hey, I've tried to do this. It's not working. I've tried XYZ, I know XYZ. I was wondering, please, do you think you could give me a hand? Of course, sir. How can I help you? Well, it's just that the dildo vibrator X9000 is not being sold when it should be sold. And it gets me every time, but they're so polite. They're so great and fantastic. Hilarious. The people who are the nastiest, yarn shop owners. Sometimes, and they're all these little soft, actually not yarn shop, baby clothes owners. Baby boutiques, because that shit's Karen Central, right? That's where all the Karens go to get their cute little babies, and they're dressing up their children the way that they want. They're projecting all their cuteness onto their children before their children have minds and can talk back and think and shit. You know who it is who shops at these fucking baby boutiques? It's Angela from The Office. If you don't watch The Office, fucking get off your high horse and just take a look. God, it's a cultural phenomenon. Just fucking explore it. So Angela they're all the Karens, right? My baby's got to wear a little pink hat with the fucking bell, blah, It's people those are the people who shop at these baby boutique shops. And you go in the boutique and it's like immaculate, you know what I mean? And it's all like, the boutique is like perfect and beautiful, and then all these little things. And anyway, so it's interesting. The sex shop owners, chillest, most intelligent, most capable. These baby boutique, the kind of softer stores, the cutesy stores that you think would be chill, not so chill. Not so chill, not so capable. Okay. Anyway, reading huge books. Whenever you read a large book, people are impressed. They go, wow, that's a huge book. You read that whole thing? And at first you're thinking, you kind of think I fucking did read that whole thing. And I'd be like, yeah, okay. But I always felt weird kind of when people would give me that compliment. They'd be like, you read that whole book? And it's like, bitch, the language didn't change halfway through. You know what I mean? I didn't forget how to read on page 9. It wasn't like a fucking struggle. There are a bunch of words on pages, and I just kept turning the pages, and eventually I hit the end. It's not like I was reading some fucking treatise on, molecular biology, where half the words you gotta Google and fucking look up. The hard books are the ones published by academics, man, because those are, first of all, the concepts obviously are complex, and the vocabulary is Christ. It's incredibly specific. You got to look it up. Good to read, good to expand your vocabulary, but a 50-page academic book is 2 billion times harder than a fucking 1,000-page fantasy book. You know what I mean? It's not that. Now, this is a generalization, so if any fantasy nerds are like, fucking Tolkien created a language. I get it, okay? Whatever. But I'm saying in general, okay? So, yeah. Shame. We've talked about shame on this show. Shame is a powerful emotion. I recently was speaking with a friend of mine, and she told me a story that honestly made me very proud of her and very proud to be her friend, because she had, it was an appropriate, maybe too high, but it was a relatable shame experience. And you know what? It was proud to know her and proud to know that she feels shame in this way, because shame is important, right? Shame is an important emotion. If you don't feel shame anytime, anywhere, then you're probably a psychopath, dangerous, or at least a dick. You have to feel shame. If you do something bad, it's important to feel shame. Shame helps you correct the behavior in the future, right? Because you want to avoid that feeling of shame, so you avoid the behavior. So I was proud to hear this from this friend of mine, because she was like feeling ashamed. It's also quite an accomplishment. As far as neurotic, crazy people go, I was impressed. I was like, damn, I haven't even thought about doing that shit. So my friend, we're talking about dentists, and cleaning your teeth. And she's like, yeah, she was listening to my podcast, and she was like, I remember you talking about flossing your teeth and like getting good at that. And I was like, yeah, I am. I kind of slipped a bit on it, but I'm still, flossing and shit. And she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm not, I haven't been great at it lately. And I was like, oh shit, really? And she's like, yeah, like, and then, I had a cleaning scheduled for a dentist. And I was like, okay, like, okay. And she was like, yeah, and I really had dropped the ball on flossing. And I was like, okay, She was like, no, I dropped the ball. And I was like, fuck, okay. She was like, I was so nervous about what my dentist was going to say that I went to a different dentist beforehand, got a cleaning, and then went to my other dentist. And I give her fucking hats off because that is some Seinfeld shit, and I love it. That takes a certain strength of character, right? Because going to a dentist for the first time is a pain in the ass because they have to do all the fucking x-rays and you have to put in all your information and fill out forms. It's like, oh Christ, especially during the pandemic. So she was like so dedicated to not letting her dentist find out how much she sucked at fucking cleaning her teeth. She went and got another cleaning. I respect that big time. Shout out to you, madame. You know who you are. Getting old on here. The thing I noticed the most about getting old is you stop, like, you can't just eat whatever you want. And everyone knows, you know, that's a cliche saying, but it's really true. Like, you start to eat to feel good, right? Like, I had nachos. I had nachos with shredded cheese the other day. Bro, I didn't need to eat for like the whole day. It was just like, oh, fuck. Anytime I ate anything like besides water after that, I was like, God, Jesus, is so intense. So that's kind of a downside. Plus side to getting old. I'm not looking forward to wearing glasses, but I also am because I've worn glasses before and I look fucking good in glasses and I'm pretty stoked to wear them because you don't want to be that fucking douche who wears fake glasses. You know, that is brutal. And I've been so close to like wanting to do that because it looks so good, but it's just fucking brutal. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to wear glasses, curse my perfect eyesight. And yeah, that'll be kind of cool. And I think that's all for today. I think that was a pretty good one. I love you guys a ton. That was Things I Ate 16. I'll see you in a week. Clips come out every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then I put a clip out of the episode that I did on Sunday. So that's the fucking schedule. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.